Ever wondered why an aircraft can't always take off at its maximum takeoff weight? That is because of something called RTOW. Now, what is RTOW? RTOW stands for Regulated Takeoff Weight. It is the maximum weight at which an aircraft is allowed to take off for a particular runway under the current conditions. To understand RTOW, we first need to know two things: maximum takeoff weight MTOW and performance limited takeoff weight. Okay, now what is maximum takeoff weight? MTOW is a fixed structural limit. It is set by the aircraft manufacturer during certification. No matter how long the runway is or how perfect the weather conditions are, you can never take off above maximum takeoff weight. It is a hard limit. The next one is the performance limited takeoff weight. Now this one is not fixed. The performance limited takeoff weight depends on the conditions that you are operating in. Things like runway length, shorter or longer, runway slope, upslope or downslope, runway surface condition, dry, wet or contaminated, wind direction, tailwind or headwind, temperature and pressure, which affects density altitude, therefore it affects the performance of the aircraft. We'll talk about density altitude in a different video. Obstacle along the departure path. All these factors decide how much weight the aircraft can safely take off and still meet required takeoff distance and climb gradients. So how do we get the RTOW? Simple. RTOW is the lower value between aircraft's MTOW and performance limited takeoff weight. For example, if an aircraft's MTOW is 100 tons, but due to a shorter runway and high temperature, its performance limited takeoff weight is 92 tons, then your regulated takeoff weight, your RTOW, will be 92 tons. Now, two possible situations can occur. If the performance limited takeoff weight exceeds the MTOW, then MTOW becomes the limiting factor, meaning the aircraft is structurally limited, not performance limited. But if the performance limited takeoff weight is less than MTOW, the aircraft is performance limited. For example, on a hot day, a short runway, or with a tailwind. So in simple terms, maximum takeoff weight is fixed by the manufacturer. Performance limited takeoff weight changes with conditions. Regulated takeoff weight is whichever is lower, and that is the actual limit you can use for takeoff.